life. He deserves.
Why won't you say things that would lead to an indictment? That's very confusing for me.
I will say it to the district attorney.
Okay, so you're willing to work with the district attorney to bring them down?
I intend to. I intend to. A good share of the testimony that I've been sharing online is being used in some litigations behind the scene already.
On who?
Few people. I can't talk about it because I don't want to jeopardize.
Thank you so much for joining me on Radiotubetv.com. Now today I want to talk a little bit about what's happening with Jaguar, Wright, and the interview that Tasha K, a prominent YouTuber that does a lot of entertainment, news, and gossip, kind of a little bit more gossip, exclusive so-called news, and we'll talk about that later. I'm just saying what other people are saying, but I'll let you know what I think at the end ultimately. Tasha K did an interview with Jaguar right after her protege Storm Monroe did an interview. Now he has done an interview with Jaguar Wright, and the interview was very tasteful, professional, classy. I felt he did a great job. I've been a long-time subscriber of him. Also, I wasn't subscribed at first, but then I subscribed. At this point, I really don't care. I do watch Tasha K sometimes, but not a lot. I think the last time I watched her was when she did an interview with the so-called lover boy of Calvin Hunter, which is Wendy Williams' husband, allegedly. So with that being said, Tasha K's interview was 2 hours long. A lot of people watched it. I watched almost all of it. I think I watched it twice. I gave her, but I didn't sit there the whole time. And ultimately, I feel like the interview was not professional. Even if you're not professional, I feel like she could have put a lot more thought into it, actual questions, actually talked about her career and, maybe listened to a couple of her songs and said something about that. And she let her personal relationship with Alicia Keys get in the way, it sounds like to me, or whatever she has with Swiss Beats or Baby Mama.
Being that I've been in therapy before, I can separate what's promiscuity, what am I looking for in men versus, what is real. And so being that you have been violated so many times, so many different men, I am shocked.
That I would end up with a man. Okay, so I'm gonna answer that for you. 17. Do you think she gonna fuck with the money? Do you honestly believe that these people say anything real? I know all their publicists. Amazing. I used to work with someone.
Listen, I'm not trying to step on your toes when it comes to the music industry or who you know, but I do know personally, out of everybody that I have met, Swiss is the most genuine. And
yeah,
he's
cool.
Just nice.
And he's up for a nigga with a dick.
Okay.
He's for a nigga.
Whatever. And so I just feel like ultimately, like, Tasha K is not the most empathetic person, and she asked for location over and over, which would put her in danger. And we all know she talked about Mary J. Blige, P. Diddy, she talked about Clive Davis, she talked about a lot of people. So she's ultimately put herself out there, and asking her location is not the nicest thing to say over and over. She also questioned her mental stability, and that's when things went off the rails. And I don't blame Jaguar Wright for putting her in her place. It got to the point where they couldn't even talk. They were both talking at the same time. Now, I'm going to say this. Sometimes when you're doing interviews, there is a delay. Even when you're on the phone, if you're over the internet, it's a delay. And so I'm not going to blame it on that. I wasn't, on the technical side of either one of their streams, but let's just put it that way. And let's just say this. Maybe you don't like everything Jaguar Wright has to say, but that's what she believes is the truth to her. And we have to just give her the benefit of the doubt. She's not doing it asking for donations every 5 minutes like Umar Johnson and people that are suspect like that, and I'll get into that later. But, she's not doing that, so I don't think there should be a big issue with her getting on different interviews. I just don't think this interview was the best for Jaguar. I think she's going to think twice with allowing, and she's humble. I think she's very humble. And, you know, she did talk about her product, which is a sob that she uses, that she created, I'm sorry, and that other people have used. And she claims that it helps them. So let's just go with that. You know, and she didn't throw her link out 1,000 times like some other people do. And it's not saying that it's not tasteful, but I think when you have a product like that, like, you should insert like an image in the stream when you're on live, like before you get on the show, and, you know, hey, do some sort of deal with them. You know, I'm on the show, so I'm promoting my product, and I'm not giving you any referrals, you know, whatever. And so I just felt like a lot of people did not like the way Tasha K treated her, because she was trying to act like she cared, but it's clearly there that she did not care. And just the way she treated her, and just the way she goes about things, just makes things look kind of money motivated, or she's getting paid by somebody. I don't know about all that, so I'm not going to say that I know for a fact, because I don't watch her a lot, but sometimes people do get paid to promote good stories through other people's publicists, you know, for a fee. And you have to keep that in mind if that's what she's doing, allegedly. But she seemed to not care when Wiley's show was on, that a lot of people had negative stuff to say, that she was a bald-headed bitch, and she's this and she's that. And ultimately, I don't really... any YouTuber, it's definitely not my concern that what they look like, what their appearance is. Do they provide a good experience? Probably. Maybe not for some. Don't subscribe. Don't watch their channel. So it's just really all about, if you're not a subscriber, why are you watching them? You know? So I'm just saying. And so at the end of the day, she's doing something that some people like, so just go with that. Why can't we just be happy in our own space? But the main concern is how she treated Jaguar Wright during the interview. And let's just keep in mind, she's not Katie Couric. She does not provide a journalistic look at it. She is not unbiased because she has feelings and she's showing it. And the same thing for Gayle, you know, King. She did the same thing with Kobe Bryant. Maybe she has something against men or black men or people that do that, but can't confront other people that are more powerful, that pay her checks, that have influence in the game. And that was the problem with it. And so with that being said, Tasha K is not a Gayle King yet, but if she wants to be, she has to learn how to provide a interview that's unbiased. She has to have her questions together. People were making excuses about running a mile or whatever. Then don't run the mile. You need to have your questions correct. I mean, Jaguar Wright is a top caliber type guest. I mean, she's hot right now, and she's getting the views for many channels. So I feel like she should have been respected as an artist first. Whatever views she has as a person should have been respected. And that is the main problem with the interview, is that she did not provide that respect to her. And I think it's something telling about people are fed up with that. And with that being said, you know, just was not a great interview. And I'm not here to down talk her. I'm not interviewing people like that. I can't talk about her. But, you know, if you are in that position, maybe you should put more thought and effort into providing an interview that's organic for you, not trying to compete with your protege, with what many people were saying. I'm not really sure. But maybe she might feel like that. Maybe she feels like, okay, he made some views, so I am. And maybe not so much thinking of it as their protege. And a lot of people were saying, I keep my ear to the streets, you know, that's what this show's about. People were stating allegedly that there's some beef between, you know, her and her protege now because of this instant viral fame that he's received. And I can only say that unless he comes out and says that, and she does, it's all hearsay. So let's see what happens. You know, I was watching both channels, Lovely T and Tasha K, when they started going back and forth, and then I quit watching both of them because I was just like, why? Like, this is just drama. And then every channel was talking about it, and I'm just like, no. And I just think that there was more important things to be said in that conversation than to go and talk about either one of them because we don't know any of them. So I just want to put that out there. I thought the interview ultimately was not that great. You know, Jaguar Wright had to check her. She said she was going to hang up. It was a very, I would just say it was very uncomfortable and awkward, the whole thing from start to finish. I mean, you can say what you like in the comments. My name is DJ Harmony, and you're listening to Ear to the Streets News. And this is a hot story of the day, so make sure you go ahead and comment below. And we will see you guys next time because we'll be talking about Wendy Williams and her erratic behavior that her fans have been.
That right there will send any normal human being over the edge.
Absolutely. So do me a favor and show
be murdered in front
show
of
my show my pain some fucking respect and entertainment.
What?
Do not tell me that you give a fuck about my pain.
Jaguar,
And then sit there
you
and
lost a child.
and then sit there and try to juice it up. Don't juice me up.
How do you juice
Don't
up
juice
again?
me up. Don't juice me up.
Okay. I won't juice you up.
Because I'm going to tell you this right now. If the shoe were on the other foot, compassion is that's what you do. You do compassion.
Jaguar, how could we not be compassionate
You
with
can't talk about my son
I don't
and
know
say
your
mental
son.
illness. You can't listen to me. You can't say my son and say mental illness within the same sentence of a minute and not expect for the fanatics to take it and run with something else.
That's why we're here,
You can't
Jaguar.
expect that. You
That's
can't
why we're
expect
here.
that. Because you wanted to talk to me, you said that people want to know me.
About you, yes.
So if people want to know me, then allow them to get to know me. Don't frame it for them.
I'm not framing it.
Now, do me a favor. Do not refer to me as mentally ill any longer. If you do it again, I will hang up.
Okay.
I will hang up.
Okay.
Just like I don't entertain people that tell me that you're fucking nuts and that I'd be stupid to talk to you.
Okay.
That bitch is crazy. That bitch is loud. All she want to do is trap you.
I mean,
and
I
make
am
you
crazy and loud. They're not lying.
No, you're not crazy.
I'm crazy. Everybody's
No, you're not crazy. I told you this yesterday. What you
Why
are
am
is
I not
brilliant.
crazy, Jaguar? Why am I not
Because
crazy?
you're brilliant. You are brilliant.
Oh, of course. I'm brilliant, too. Most crazy people are brilliant.
No. They call it crazy because they can't understand it. Because they can't wrap their minds around it. They told Einstein he was retarded because he thought 18 times beyond his teachers. We're so apt to letting stupid people create the narrative for an intelligent world. Let's just keep it real. I know, but do me a favor. Let's not act like we don't know who each other are. I would never use the word mental illness and your name in the same sentence more than once. Don't ever do it with me again. Not if you respect me. Period.
Okay. So what should I say? All the trauma